Hi kindergartners, it's Mrs. Skowron here, and today we're going to do a math lesson, and our focus is going to be using the number line. First thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up, and we're going to do some counting. So today we're going to count some gel pens together, and then I'm going to show you how counting objects can then be transferred over to counting on the number line, and we're going to show how we're going to be using that. And then when we're done with that, I'm going to teach you how to use a number line in a totally different way that's brand new to all of you. So you should be pretty excited about that. All right, so first, I have all these gel pens in my hand. So let's see if you can help me count all of them so we can see how many we have all together. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, still going, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So we have 18 gel pens all together. Now, we're going to take that number 18 and we're going to count it on the number line. And I'm going to show you where we start and how we move along the number line to count. Okay, kindergartners. So I've moved the camera a little closer, so this time you'll be able to see my number line clearer. And we also have a friend. This is Buzzy Bee. And Buzzy Bee is going to help us count on the number line the same number as we counted the pens. Does anyone remember how high we counted? That's right, we counted up to 18. So now we're going to use the number line and we're going to count up to 18 with Buzzy Bee. All right, let's start at, what number do we start at? Oh, we're starting at 0. That's on the left side of our number line. And then we're going to move forward. We're going to move one position at a time for each number we count. And Buzzy Bee is going to move with us. Okay, so here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So Buzzy Bee just counted with you all the way up to 18. Now let's see what Buzzy Bee is going to be teaching you. Now boys and girls, when you're counting on the number line, you don't have to always start at 0. Sometimes we have a certain amount of something. And the number line is a tool that we can use to help us count. So say, for example, Mrs. Skowron already knew that she had 7 gel pens, okay? So I had 7 gel pens. So I am going to want to start at 7. Now, say my friend gave me 3 more gel pens, and I want to know how many I have all together. I'm not going to start back at 0. I'm going to start with the 7 that I already have. So we're going to start at 7. But then we have to figure out how many do we have to count up to find out how many we have all together. Who remembers how many gel pens Mrs. Skowron got from her friend? Did you say 3? That's right. I got 3 more from my friend. So now I'm going to start at 7 with the 7 I had, and I'm going to make Buzzy Bee jump up 3. 1, 2, 3. How many gel pens does Mrs. Skowron have now? Did you say 10 gel pens? Let's double check and make sure, but I think you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I have 10 gel pens. Now what if we had, let's say I had 5 gel pens to start. This time I had 5. Okay? And my friend then gave me another 4 gel pens. I wonder how many I would have now. So I had 5 gel pens to start. What number is Mrs. Skowron going to start with Buzzy Bee when I use the number line to count? Did you say 5? That's right. I'm going to start on 5. And I'm going to make Buzzy Bee move 4. Because 4 is how many more pens I got from my friend. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many gel pens does Mrs. Skowron have now? Right, 9. Buzzy Bee is showing 9. So let's double check and make sure that I have 9. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right, I have 9. All right, so now there's one more really cool thing that we can do with our number line. And then we're going to practice some equations. The next thing that we could do using our number line is we can subtract. We can actually take things away. So what if I was going to be sharing my gel pens and I was going to let my friend borrow some of them? Then I would have less than I started with. So say Mrs. Skowron starts out with 6 gel pens. Okay, I have 6 gel pens here. You can count them if you like. See, 6. And then I gave 2 gel pens to my friend. So I had 6, and I'm going to give 2 away. What number should we start with? How many did Mrs. Skowron have to start? I had 6. That's right. So Buzzy Bee is going to start at 6. And then I gave 2 gel pens away. So instead of going forward on the number line, because I'm no longer adding and getting more, I'm taking away. So I have to go backwards in the opposite direction to the left. So I'm going to jump back 2 gel pens that I gave away. 1, 2. How many gel pens should Mrs. Skowron have now? Oh, Buzzy Bee is showing 4. Were you saying 4? Let's see if I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right, I have 4. All right, let's try one more. This one's going to be fun. Say I still have my same 4 gel pens, and a friend wanted to borrow all 4 gel pens. Well, I have 4, and if I'm going to be sharing and taking them away, then I'm going to be sharing the 4. So I'm going to start off with 4 because that's how many I started with. How many do you think I'm going to have left? Let's see. Some of you, I think, are saying 0. Let's find out. So we have 4. I'm going to jump back all 4 that I took away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I have 4 and I take all 4 away, I am left with 0. Awesome job, kindergartners. Thank you, Buzzy Bee. And Buzzy Bee is going to help us to do some addition and subtraction equations. So here we go. Okay, kindergartners. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of these equations. And we're going to use Buzzy Bee. And I know I'm not in this shot right now, but I had to get the whole number line in. So we're going to use Buzzy Bee to help us do some of this addition and subtraction. So if you look at our first equation, it says 3 plus 6 equals. So let's think about it. That would be like Mrs. Skowron saying she had the 3 gel pens to start, and a friend gave me 6 more. So what number should I be starting with? Right, I'm going to start at 3. So here's Buzzy Bee. Buzzy Bee is going to start at 3. And then Buzzy Bee is going to move forward or backwards? Right, forwards, because it's a plus sign. Our symbol is plus. That means we're adding. So since we're adding, Buzzy Bee is going to go forward. So let's go forward 6 with Buzzy Bee. Okay, so we were at 3, so we're going to count up from 3. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We moved 6 more spots. on the number line, and we ended up with 9. So that shows us that 3 plus 6 equals 9. Mrs. Skowron is going to write 9 right here. Okay, let's try our next addition equation. This time, what number are we going to start at? 5. So we're going to start at 5. And Buzzy B has to go up or down. It's addition, so Buzzy B is going to go up. So we're going to move from left to right on our number line 2 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2. How much is 5 plus 2? That's right, 5 plus 2 equals 7. So Buzzy B went up 2 spots, and now we have 7. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. So this is how a number line can be used as a tool to help us when we add. Now a number line can also be a tool to use us to help when we subtract. So when we take something away. So remember Mrs. Skowron was sharing her gel pens with her friend. So say Mrs. Skowron started with 8 and I subtracted or took away 4. This means I'm now going to move backwards because we're doing subtraction on our number line. So we're going to start at 8 and we're going to go backwards. So I'm going to count down 4. So I'm going to go backwards for 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's 8 take away 4? Did you say 4? You're correct. That's right. 8 minus or 8 take away 4 equals 4. So Mrs. Skowron will put a 4 here. All right. And finally, say Mrs. Skowron had those 3 gel pens. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start Buzzy B at 3. Now, that symbol is a minus sign. So are we going to be adding or subtracting? We're going to be subtracting. That's right. So we're going to start with 3 and we're going to take 1 away. So we're going to move backwards 1 space on our number line. Here we go. Zzz. How many gel pens does Mrs. Skowron have left? 2. That's right. So 3 take away 1 equals 2. So we'll write 2 here. Awesome work today, kindergartners. So, Buzzy B and I are going to be signing off. But, just to let you know, after Mrs. Skowron fixes her board from falling, sometimes that happens, boys and girls. But, just so you all know, in this week's packet, there are some number line work pages and activities for you all to do. And it's all including some of these equations for addition and subtraction. And you can make your own Buzzy Bee, or you can come up with something else, like maybe doing some leapfrog jumps with a pen or a pencil. You also can create your own number line at home, and you can use marker or anything else you want. And you can practice doing some addition and subtraction and using a number line as a tool with your family. All right? I hope you have a wonderful week. Have lots of fun adding and subtracting using the number line, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye!